Christel, is consultations. Why are they so important?
Do you know what, Dom? Consultation is so important. It's really that opportunity for the hairdresser to create the wow factor, really, for the client or the consumer when they come into the salon. But it's something I think over the years that we often talk about, but we never really dive deep into why a consultation is so important. And very few manufacturers structure a consultation for the hairdresser as well. It's often left to the hairdresser to figure out how to lead a consultation and how to start it. And I think that's where this is so exciting, because consultation is key for our business and it's something that we pride ourselves on. And we do 70% color within our business. And the majority of our service is actually focused on consultation. So the fact that Wella is developing this consultation program, I find is very exciting, because it's something that we're very passionate about and something that we do day in and day out in the salon as well.
I find it absolutely mad. I know Weller professionals done a survey where they asked, various questions, but they actually said that only 41% of clients feel like they get a consultation from their hairdresser.
Yeah, that's madness, isn't it, really? But I think it's that thing. We're so fortunate in our industry that the aim always for a hairdresser when they work on the floor is to build a loyal clientele. And often, sadly, what happens is that you become very friendly with your clients. And due to that reason, the service level sometimes drops. And it's so important, even if that client's been to see you for years or once or twice, it doesn't really matter how many times or how long. The client should really receive a consultation every single time they come in, rather than saying, how are you doing? How was your holiday? How was your weekend? It's important that as hairdressers that we still lead a consultation to check, how's your hair? How do you feel about your color in every moment, and every time the client comes in.
Yeah, because I think you just become so familiar with a client that you almost forget that they're there for their hair and that professional service, and that they want to still feel ideas are coming their way and to keep there. So it's not just about new clients. This is so important, I guess, Christel, to your regular clients that you may have been doing 10, 20 years plus.
100%. And I read somewhere that, I can't remember the exact percentage, but a lot of clients would leave you, not necessarily because they're unhappy with the actual color service, but it's generally because of the lack of consultation or inspiration or advice that a client gets after a while. Because I think sometimes at hairdressers, if we're really busy, we can become a little bit lazy and sometimes a little bit shy when it comes to suggesting something different. So it's important that we treat that client every single time they come in almost like a new client.
100%. And I think what's really interesting on this is that quite often that people will be listening or maybe watching this and they'll say, I do a consultation, and a key part is, what are we doing for you today? Are we doing something different? But that isn't really what makes a great consultation. So what, in your eyes, makes a good consultation? What should that include?
I think this is where Wella professionals have got it so right, because they've developed something called a 3-step consultation. And it's a similar approach to how we approach consultation at Still. And that 3-step taps into different assessments along the way: identity, destination, and service. And all of those areas would have its own unique flavor, if you like. And I think the key thing with consultation is the communication. How do you open a consultation to really be able to assess someone's identity? And I think over the years, when I started hairdressing, I was always taught, and this is a long time ago, it's 25 years ago, but I was taught to ask, what are we doing today? How would you like to see your hair? Whereas for me personally, I think that's really putting all the responsibility back to the client. Whereas as hairdressers, if we take a little bit of ownership and sort of start that consultation by saying, how do you feel about your hair? How do you feel about your color? It just opens up the consultation in a very positive way, in an open question. The client then gets the chance to tell the hairdresser how they actually feel about it. Do they like it? What's right? What's wrong? what's on their mind. And I think that's a real key thing. And I think in the step one of Weller Professionals 3-step consultation, they really captured that in the identity element in the first part of the consultation.